viewers of Citizens Network Gambia. A warm welcome to this special one-on-one interview. My name is Babu Karsi, and in this special edition, I am talking to Musa Sise, the chairperson of the Media and Publicity Committee of the NCC, which is the National Coordinating Committee, tasked with the responsibility of mobilizing, coordinating, the Gambia's participation in our second edition or a second participation in the Afcon, which is slated for January in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Mr. Sise, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to talk to you on the preparations. We are less than 30 days before the Afcon proper, and you are tasked with the responsibility of, of course, selling this Afcon to the Gambians, and of course, raising the necessary funds needed for Gambia's successful participation into the Afcon. Apart from the greetings, what is the preparation like before we head to Abidjan?
Thank you, Nani. Thank you. The preparation, as you ask, yes, is in high gear. Of course, everything being Gambian, sometimes we are always caught off guard, and that doesn't help most of the things that we intend to do. But what I can tell right now is that most of the things that we, wanted to do, almost done. If I should say, done. And you're very lucky that the very first updates that we have in terms of the preparation, the fundraising, would be you'll be the first to really get hold of that. But so far so good. Just to give you a timeline, a rundown of some of the things that we had recently. In just midweek we had a meeting with the Ministry of Finance, that's the government arm, who are responsible for the funding of the national team and their outings. And we had a very constructive, fruitful, progressive discussion in terms of the budgeting, which was submitted to them. They scrutinized it and looked at what is possible, and the commitment and willingness is there that the government, as always, is going to come forward and do a greater chunk of what's expected for this entire campaign of the national team. Budget is the issue in here, and it entails money, and people always are concerned about money when it comes, especially in our context, in Gambian context, in which when a certain amount of money is being mentioned, you tend to cry loud and say, oh, what's that? But anyhow, this is football, a very expensive sport for that matter, but we can dilate on that later. But on the preparatory form, the terrain is set. Everything that was supposed to be cleared has been cleared in terms of the team's travel, participation, camping in the Gambia, and of course outside the Gambia, what needs to be done in the Gambia, and how the fundraising drive is going to be done has all been thrust out finally now.
Okay, we were talking about preparation. Of course, we know before the Afcon proper, the team will be traveling, to camp. Last time out, I remember, of course, we were a part of it. It was in Dubai. It was in the peak of COVID. Some hinges here and there happened, but the team nonetheless traveled successfully and went to Cameroon. Here we are heading to Ivory Coast. Firstly, many people are saying, mood high bin melon going to Cameroon is not the same as Ivory Coast. Will you agree to this?
I would not want to, because that was our maiden. It was supposed to be. I wish it was even far greater than what it was when we qualified to go to Cameroon. I would love to have seen, really the hype, the noise, everything that surrounds, our team. But that came about after the first game, when, everything that's about us, we would have loved to see the public really own up to what we have done right now in qualifying for the second time, because that's a feat, a big one, so that at least we roll that up moving into Yamoussoukro in Ivory Coast, and then start playing our games, and then leave it until the end, the end of the tournament. But here we are. But if there's going to be any appeal, is to appeal to the public to, what, let's do it. Let's come together and really stick to our national team. It's our national team. Let's be proud of them. Let's support them in any way that we can, so that at least that noise, that euphoria, is really repeated again, Nani.
We are now heading, as I said, less than 30 days before the event actually starts. As the head of the Media and Publicity Committee, where are we starting? What, where are our boys camping? When are they coming to the Gambia? If you have the timeline for this.
Okay, to start with the campaign on the technical side, the plan is, for the team to, the local team, the staff would leave Banjul 27th of this month into Saudi Arabia, where the boys will be camping in Jeddah for 10 days, something like 10 days. And then from there, then they will fly into Morocco, where they will be playing the test game against the Moroccan national team, A team, because we all know they're also going to the Afcon. So from there, then the team will fly into Banjul on the 7th.
7th of
7th
January.
of January, the team will be in Banjul. When the team comes into Banjul on the 7th of January, they have certain logistical, arrangements they'll be doing on the morning of the 8th. The morning of the 8th, the team will be engaged in certain activities. And in the evening, there's going to be a concert on their behalf, where we are calling on the entire Gambian population, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing, to come out and support the boys, because it's going to be a fundraiser. On the morning of the 9th, they will be training at the stadium. And then the public will be invited to see them. I'm sorry, on the 9th itself, in the
Okay.
afternoon. Just a short session, just to, because it's been a while, we've not seen them. So at night, there's going to be the send-off dinner with the president at State House, just as we did,
The flag.
and the handing over of the battle flag. Before they leave on the 10th, because the team will fly out on the 10th here, going into Yamoussoukro, because there's a CAF schedule which shows when teams are allowed to, are supposed to be in Ivory Coast. So all participating teams. So that is how the technical preparation is gone so far. The Saudis are taking care of that bill. They are footing and supporting the Gambia's preparation into the Afcon. So we think that, which is a huge also relief on our budget in going into this tournament. So it's a moment that we need to really be proud of. And I'm also aware that the president is trying to do a lot more. We have bilaterals that we're still waiting for in terms of response and how they're going to support us. So all those are pending.
Okay. So if I understand you from the schedule, it's leave. They're all meeting in Jeddah, Saudi, as you rightly
The
mentioned.
local, of course, the local staff would leave here to
27th.
Jeddah, 27, and the others would also fly from wherever they are
To meet
in
in
Europe
Saudi
to assemble in Saudi
for 10
for
days.
10 days, something like 10 days, and then they'll fly into Morocco,
Play a test
Casablanca,
game
plus play a test game
against the
against
A
the
team.
A team of Morocco,
Okay.
and then fly into Banjul on the 7th, and then arrive here on the 7th, at that very 7th, and then we'll be here for 2 days, do their thing, and then leave again for Ivory Coast for the tournament proper.
Interesting, and I know Gambians cannot wait to see them on the 9th at the Independence Stadium, the newly renovated, of course, high standard Independence Stadium, where they'll be watching the boys. You've talked about the Saudi government coming in, due to our bilateral relationships with the Gambia government to, foot some part of the bill. Is this part of the 388 million?
This was initially part of the 388 million that we was envisaged, but I cannot confirm whether it's part of the 388 million or something that's going to be subtracted from the 388 million. Saudis are paying directly. They're not giving us any money. They are paying for the services. There's a hotel where the players are playing, and of course the airfares that the team is going to be traveling on. So they're not giving us any money in cash. So the service that they are paying for us, because it was a request that we wanted to do this thing, so they're giving us this thing in kind.
Great. Talking about the funds, last Afcon in Cameroon, we saw the government took funds to Cameroon to support the boys. Is it going to be the same come Yamoussoukro next month?
Yes. There are going to be funds, especially the Scorpions Fans Club. How is going to, what it's going to comprise of, I don't know. Whether it's going to comprise of other, fans around the country, I don't know. But I know that, fans are going to go. I know that the press and media are going to go. I know that the NCC members who are working would be going. I know that a lot of other officials also will be going. Government, the football veterans, and you name it, a cross section of the society. All in all, it's just going to be 150 people. If you look at it, it's all about budget, because all that is factored into the budget of this 388 million we're talking about. So that is why you cannot have a bloated number of people to travel with, because these fans are going to be traveling on a chartered flight from Banjul to Abidjan or Yamoussoukro. The same as the team, they're also going to be flying in from Banjul on a chartered flight and return. So this is the plan. 150 will be transported into Abidjan, into Ivory Coast for this tournament from the Gambia.
Let me take you back to the fundraising, where which will be the final fundraising before the boys jet off to Yamoussoukro. What's the plan for the fundraising? Where is it going to be held? And who are these artists performing?
What is happening with the fundraising, which I can speak about right now, is that it's going to be done at State House, because that's where the seat of government, and where the president is. The president is going to hand over the battle flag to the captain, and of course, it's going to be that's going to be a corporate one, where partners and potential partners and donors will come forward to show their appreciation and tell us what they're going to do. But the other fundraising which we intend to do, we are not certain yet. We've not decided where it's going to be, in the Bella Arena or somewhere else at the stadium. When you talk about the stadium, there are other areas where events can be held. The Bella Arena is well suited, we believe, where the players would not be far from their hotel. They can just come and spend some time there, because we're doing this thing because the players will be here, so that the public can come out and see them. So, but the venue is not yet confirmed. But we are looking at the cross section of the Gambian artists. This is an event in which it's in the planning stages right now, because we are involving, some very important people who we believe have a huge influence and mean so much, who wants to also do so much for the country, and also will be presiding over these artists for what they need to do also, for them to also, it is their event, because the artists have a lot to contribute to this thing, and all other influencers, TikTokers, you name them, we're all using them all to make sure that they bring the necessary awareness to the Gambian public, so that we can gather the necessary funds in supporting our boys.
Finally, in English, we've seen flyers coming out every day, to say people have to contribute, their quota for the successful, campaign in Yamoussoukro. How is this contribution done? If somebody watching right now wants to play his quota, his role.
Yes, very well. That's the most important thing, and that's one of the most important updates we're going to be giving right now. People are very concerned when it comes to money. How do you collect money, and so on and so forth? But yes, we know that, you can never have this thing 110% perfect. But what we are giving the Gambians, I believe that there is no one in this country who can be left out. Because what's happening right now, there's going to be a ticketing platform with an app called Tickto. Tickto. This is very important. Tickto, watch it out. Tickto is the name of the app. Anybody wanting to do anything, if you are in the Gambia or outside the Gambia, you can contribute. You can do anything. We are not leaving anyone. If you are in the Gambia in here, and we wish you to download this app, firstly, because if there's an option, you have the app, you have the website, you have the bank accounts, you have GoFundMe, you know. Tickto, if you download Tickto and you're in the Gambia, you can contribute by AfriMoney, you can contribute by Q Money, you can contribute by Wave, you can contribute by NAFA, you can contribute by Table Pay. All these things in the Gambia in here. There is no excuse to say that I don't have it. And I want to believe that each and every one of us in this country, one way or the other, you are
Yes,
using these
sir.
services.
Yes, obviously.
You are using these services to receive or send money.
Definitely.
And we are not asking you to give us, anything that you can give us as a Gambian. We're asking you just contribute. You can contribute as much as you can. It's your choice. It's your call to show us that you are a Gambian and you care about our team. If you are outside the Gambia, this very same platform, Tickto, if you are a holder of a Visa card, an American, Mastercard, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Monzo, Discovery, all these cards that you have in America, in outside the Gambia, you can pay. You can use and go through this platform and pay, and support and contribute any way you want to see it. Whatever you want to give us, it is going to be collected transparently. There's going to be a live, real time, when we monitor what we get, who is paying, what you're paying is going to be in our face every time you pay or anybody contributes. And of course, GoFundMe equally is out there wherever you are, because people are asking, how can we do this? Now you know. There is no opportunity you want to leave. There's even going to be caravans. going around the country with the NCC. We're asking the public to follow us live. There's going to be collection caravans going around, sensitizing the public with a big, if possible, a safe where you can only drop. Nobody can take anything. Just drop. You have $1, drop it there for you. You have $2, drop it there for us. And there's also going to be collection points that we're going to mark, where it's going to be the market, busy points in the Burusubis, in the Sukutas, in the Sarekunda market, Senegambia, Banjul, where people can go, because some people still believe that that's what they know, that's what they have. Let me just give Lila Amhara Madef Kofini, that's what people believe. Some of us, yes, still don't have all these avenues, these innovative ways of payment. Some of us don't. We still have our wallets. I'm not $10 if you have a drop Kofini. That's what they believe. And we want to give everybody an opportunity to see that you have dropped, you have contributed, you have participated in supporting the national team. Yes, government is going to do a lot, a lot, a lot. But we believe that it's also the duty of the public and the Gambian population to also come forward and play. Play their quota, and let also see that we are doing, something that's a national duty. So that's what this thing is all about. We are not leaving any chances. So watch out for the caravans. From here to Koina, the governors in the various regions in the country are also doing their quotas. They are mobilizing and sensitizing the public that we also need to contribute, and a lot more things. So anybody, and we are also very open to anybody with, suggestions that are plausible, that are practically possible in making sure that they support the campaign. So whatever is it you have, we're going to be on all the mediums. Here you are talking to us, and during the press briefing, we've said that we are open, we are willing. Anybody have an opportunity, an avenue, a platform, we're willing to talk to you. The message is ours. Whatever is it that you have, come forward, get in touch, call out. We will reach out to all the platforms, all the media houses, to make sure that the message is sent across. And that's why we're doing all this.
Musa Sise is the chairperson of the Media and Publicity Committee of the NCC. They are tasked with the responsibility of organizing, mobilizing, and doing all that, not, of course, as far as our participation in Ivory Coast, CAF, of course, Africa Coordinations is concerned. Musa, di la dalal si platform bi one more time. Xam naa ne duñ mën a wax yëpp si olof comme ni ko waxee si anglais, waaye quickly ñi ngi nii di waajal Africa Cup of Nations Ivory Coast. Ñu bëri ñi ngeen naan ne préparation bu nekkoon buñ defoon pour dem Cameroon defuñ ko Ivory Coast, waaye si tënk rek nga mun ñu wax lan mooy préparation bi, lan la ñu expect, la Gambian si di expect si national team bi, naka la seen training bi di demee ba war a dugg biir Yamoussoukro pour war a jogante seen first game bi.
jërëjëf naa ni comme ni nga ko waxee rek di kontaan si ndaje bi nii nga xam ne ñu ngi waxtaanee li nga xam ne mooy suñu preparation into Ivory Coast Yamoussoukro from the 10th di mark suñ second appearance. Waa man namoon naa loo xam ne I know ne I wasn't here bi preparation boobu noonu because maa ngi woon outside ak team bi, but here we are this time around also, and it's going to be the same thing. Waaye dama foogoon ne ba tey rek su fekkoon ne dañ doon in hindsight bëggoon naa dëkk bi gën a jaxasoo, dëkk bi gën a jax suñu maiden appearance in an Afcon. waaye nit ñi ba tey soo leen laajee nañ ne am na ñoo xam ne def nañ luñ mun, xëy na loolu noonu la waroon a demee. Here we are going back. Ba tey ma yaakaar ne nit ñi ba tey man óor na ma ne amul kenn ku nekk si réew mi koo xam ne xamut na ñu ngay dem Afcon. I want to believe mun naa am na ñoo xam ne xamuñ ko, because biñ qualifié ba tey lu bëri xew na fi, wax yi bëri nañ ten and everything. I believe that everybody knows, but loolu du doy, loolu du ñu tax wax ne ñu xamal nit ñi di leen fàttali ne qualify nañ for the Afcon for the second time. Ñu bugg a nag képp koo xam ne yaa ngi uyoo sa boo yaa ngi uyoo Gambian nga nekk si réew mi, ñaaka nekk si réew mi nga nekk si réew mi tam ñaaka nekk Gambian ba tey, pour nga jéem a seet naka nga xam ne noonu nga àndee national team bi, wane sa sa cofeel si réew mi, wane sa cofeel si national team bi, ñun ñëpp ñu bokk ko pour ñu support leen. Maanaam li nga xam ne comme ni mu ko waxee liñ defutoon 2021 ñu def ko 2023 is possible. su ko defee ñëpp mun cee bokka at least ndam bi nga xam ne moom la ñu uti ndax ñu mun koo am. su ko defee dafaa gën a yomba rek si boys su fekkee ne gis nañ ne ngi leen taxaw di leen support. loolu ma yaakaar ne xëj na gis-gisin la rek, waaye ba tey man yaakaar ne mënoon nañoo def lu raw li nga xam ne loolu lañ defoon.
ñu ngi nii di waajal Ivory Coast, naka ngeen nekk di prepare boys yi, fu ñoo traîner, kañ la gaay di ñëw, kañ la gaay di dem Ivory Coast, loolu yëpp important na pour askan bi.
waaw comme ni nga ko laajte rek li nga xam ne moom mooy plan bi nga xam ne moom lañ approve right now mooy ne team bi dinañ daje Jeddah Saudi Arabia on the 27th of December bii nii ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo jógee Banjul fii nañ fi jógee the same day players yi nga xam ne ñoom la ñoo invite tam fu ñu nekk si àdduna si nañ dajee fi nga xam ne mooy Jeddah on the 27th so nañ nekk foofu noonu ba I mean almost 10 days ñu jógee foofu noonu ñëw I mean Morocco war a play ak ñi nga xam ne ñooy Moroccan national team bi maanaam friendly game si yëpp si bokk si préparation yi li nga xam ne mooy Afcon bi team bi nañ jógee Morocco loolu yëpp on a chartered flight la because loolu yëpp Saudi ñooñu si jàppale ñooñu jàppale training camp bi team bi nañ jógee Morocco ñëw Banjul on the 7th on the 7 January nat boobu dañoo ñëwee with a commercial flight because loolu amuñ yaakamte amuñ dara te plane dafa jógee Morocco rek ñëw Banjul straight so ñu yaakaar ne loolu mooy li ci génn sa amul benn problème so nañ jógee amin Morocco nekk fii nii in Gambia for 2 days 2 days yooyu mooy on the 8th ak on the 9th ñu jógee fi on the 10th waaye on the 8th bu gaa yi ñëw on the 7th bu gaa yi ñëwee on the 8th bu ñu eewoo suba dina am li gaa yi nekkee suba toppatoo leen seen li gaa yi nga xam ne loolu la ñoo sol seen dresses yi ak ak yeneen logistics yoo xam ne dañ leen ko jagleel boys yi mu doon loo xam ne mooy li ñoo ooyee seen ñëpp dañoo am diplomatic passport ñu jagleen leen loolu parce que yaakaar nañ ñëpp ambassadors lañ so ñu loolu la ñoo toppatoo suba soosu noonu bu ngoonee nag ñu amal leen concert goo xam ne nañ leen ko defal yëpp pour si fundraising concert bi la bokk maanaam préparation bi rek pour ut li nga xam ne mooy astute fi ñu ko defee gum nag confirm muñ ko ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko teewee maanaam artiste confirm muñ leen parce que liñ bëgg a mooy ne tam artistes yi dañ bokk si réew bi ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñooy yëngu si art bi tam dafa am lu ñu leen bëgg a jagleel ñoom tam ñu moomale ko seen bopp su ko defee ñu gis ne ñoom tam ñu ngi yokk si li nga xam ne mooy yëngu-yëngu bii nii dañ si am plan nag waaye plan bi nag xëy na ñaari fan yi nañ ko sottil den dinañ génne si kaw nit ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo bëgg a teew because dafa am lu am na ñiñ bëgg a ñu teew te xam nañ ne ñëpp bëgg nañ see teew waaye ñëpp mënuñ see teew because su dul loolu dafa gën a jaxasoo so loolu la ñoo workout fi mu nekk nii suñ si paree rek nañ leen wax fan la kañ la ak niñ koo defee waaye loolu yëpp dafa nekk that very on the 8th on the 9th boys it nañ train maanaam nañ am exhibition match amongst themselves si stadium bi suñ jógee foofu noonu si ngoon si la ñoo jëli battle flag bi si gala dina boo xam ne ñu ngi ko amee State House ak président foofu la ñoo jëlee battle flag bi ñu pare leen ñaanal leen si ëllëg si ñu xëy dem lii mooy seen nekkin si Gambie bi fii ba on the 10th lañ fay jógee bu ñu eggi Abidjan di Yamoussoukro fi nga xam ne fa la ñoo nekka 2 days ñu prépare seen bopp balaa seen first game naani
ndax am nañ kenn kuy gunge gaay si fans yi ak yooyu gisoon nañ government bi jëloon nañ jéeguwaay boobu yóbbu ay fans yu bëri biir Cameroon ndax loolu dina am biir Abidjan
waaw bi yoon tam comme ni ñu ko waxee rek ak ni ñu ko defee woon am suñ njëlbeeni yoon si amin Cameroon dinañ comité bi ñu ngi plan pour yóbbu 150 nit 150 fans si lañ bokka media ak presse bi si lañ bokka officials si lañ bokka ak ñëpp te is also good ne ma wax ne am nañ packages yoo xam ne tam ñu ngi ko offer pour ñi nga xam ne bëgg nañoo dem demal seen boppa famille si ak yu demee yooyu parce que yenn place bëgg nañu seen famille si ñoo ñëpp am na lu ñu leen jagleel ñoo xam ne nañ am leen dëkkuwaay package bi am na ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi seeti loolu yaakaar ne si lu bañ a génn si lu bañ a yàggat na génn pour képp koo xam ne am nga sa interest nga dem fay plane na la jëlee fii nii yóbbu la boss jëlee la airport yóbbu la sa hotel nga am sa ticket pour war a seetaane match si Gambie yi in the first round su fekkee da ngeen bëgg a continuer loolu yëpp mun nañ leen koo toppatool yooyu yëpp bokk na si plan nga xam ne am na ñuy seetu loolu noonu yëpp si réew mi fii nii so fu waaye mun di nekk parce que am na interest si nit ñu bëri ñoo xam ne sakatuma ñu nekkee bitim réew ñoo xam ne bëgg nañoo dem seetaani seen ndaw yi so yooyu yëpp dina am bi yoon naa ni
incha allah mu nekk lu am solo ba ñu dugga si kaalama mandinka bi rek Musa bu ko preparation o fele Gambia bina tala la second Afcon appearance in Ivory Coast kabin bita Cameroon aduta dum bake mo jabal ba fakan ko na hypo mun so Cameroon from master of Ivory Coast bari tele ba maraling the media and publicity committee la mo nyanta kamune long right now bari nga mun long wala ñu ndiko 388 million al solta wala pour kata Ivory Coast bari munni nyanta kake jane abe futala Ivory Coast
wala ko mata bake nani ko ya fo nyame mam min fo non dorong min wolo mol min alon ko na surwa kangoto pour ibe makoro keno la nyame manam ñing go fon mi ñol Tickto bari nsa min fo non dorong wala ñu ndiko preparation is on min saying abuko kuo be saniatale ngal lod la lonne man sakunda nim man sakunda bentale man sakunda itandila ko be kato dango be kelal pour ni sulata minna pour min ya di national team wala kanti to wala ito leta national team wata bari mbele dental wo ketale nyin tildantangol komanto bari min kumata wala nyin tiko kaytande mon la ko timo be talla jidale e be la preparation o kala wolto maka banko kan e be til tanyongol kala wotol ni bota je yana min Morocco enen e til dantam fana ke woto enen Morocco national team o play nim bota woto e na Gambia ja ye til fulaki je ye preparation o ke ye battle flag ota president o bulu gena muli kata min Ivory Coast tournament o be kala damen o be kala January karole kono ni o botala abuko miyalon ko wole mobe sula wolon jamal be nyin karo ke makoro be kala nyaadi le nani be makoro keno la nyaadi le mfana be keno ngamin fo mole nyin tiko ika aplo be kere miyal nin do ko bunda do le mbulo du nyoko no miyalon ko wolle fana be mako la pour nyin ko ka fun miyalon ko mbala ika fo abunda le ko Tickto bundalo nyinti mi yalon upload nyinti mi yalon ko momo mi yalon ko be banko kay sa download no le niya download iba jela ko ibe national team o jela je wala ibe mandargo jela je mi yalon ko ibe simfal mi yalon ko ibe je wala tala do yemi ngo min no yak je me mammo batandi fenna mom mi yalon ko be banko kan ibe afrimoni le ba ibe kiwmoni le bang ibe nafale ba ibe table pele ba wala ibe wave le ba mambunda to moy hani mol mi yalan ko wolle be gambe bantala American card le be buluban wala Mastercard le wala Visa card le wala Google Pay le wala Amex lombang wala Apple Pay lombang wala Discover lombang fengo fe mi yalan ka be bulu ise makoro keno le man la fi mo ya ko hantamang opportunity sort because nga opportunity be le jimo hani GoFundMe even ni la tafango website o ni tata na tickto.com website or you can contribute ye mingo min so be dawda nyi dunia sankulo ko we believe ko isa contribute keno le ni o fana botala mba fola mole ko ya hakilo tunna Caravans to mi yalan ko talla banko kan dawoda because Caravans ko talla banko kan pour ka funds collect manam kan nyinin ka makoro nyinin ka Gambia dingol be dawoda momo e minno man mo sasi momo e minno don ke nyinin ka wala don yen la fay fana ila kato dango ke na scorpion sol na jambarol nge fasa ni o man fana man kanyambe bundal soto la wala taradulal be keso lan la damen pour momo e min soto fana ya jolonje manjutu fenna banyim fola ko tam manjutu fenna nga mi min soto don momo e min no don yakije na trust bank fana min account o be wolto account o mba janjandila mba tiandila molla momo tata trust bank wala trust bank or trust bank eko NCC 2021 Afcon ebe account o eba dilela ye lafta mi ngomi no yakije so ngamiro mam fentuje taytandi ko don ngamin kenung sarun ko ba lafta min tambita wala lafta wala kala nyina wala nambe mobe nyinin kala pour be bulota ya fay nani nyin campagne ko.
Thank you very much, Musa. Unless you want to add one or two things that we did not talk about concerning the preparation to Ivory Coast.
For now, we are just happy that this thing is happening. Watch out for the publicities, watch out for the billboards, watch out for everything that's happening. We're wishing and willing, hoping, asking, praying for anyone, for everything that's going to possibly make our campaign a success, because it's all about Mother Gambia, wherever you are and whatever you might be doing. Look forward, look out, be mindful of the information coming your way in asking for you to be part of this campaign, in supporting and donating generously towards what we are trying to do here for our own country, the Gambia, and our national team. So on all these other platforms, besides CNG and all other platforms in the country, we are accessible. Reach out. We are available. Ask us, and then we want you to share the necessary information with the Gambian public, because they need to be informed, and that's what we are doing this thing. But we believe and hope that everyone within the source of this country will get the information in time, which will warrant you also to respond in the best possible way you can. Nani, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Musa. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Musa Sise is the chairperson of the Media and Publicity Committee of the NCC, and that's it for the national team's preparation. We will continue monitoring them, following them, and of course, they will continue updating the public, and we will want to do this, a weekly thing by talking to different members of the NCC, so that Gambians will be updated before we jet off to Ivory Coast. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.